Good. I think you broke a couple toes there. Jesus Christ. That's not funny. Hurts like son of a bitch. Alright. So, welcome Han fans. It's Moon Boy.
And his wife.
What's his wife called?
Lava Girl?
No. Damn it. Alright. No.
Oh my god. If you would have said no the first time, I never would have said it again. But you're like, anyway. I don't even like that movie. I didn't. I don't know why I keep saying Lava Girl.
Could fool me. I don't know.
I really didn't like that movie.
Anywho, hopefully in this video, the dogs aren't walking around every 3 seconds.
Hopefully.
Because we got some comments on that.
Oh, did we?
Oh, yeah. Saying that it was annoying to hear their little click, 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 click.
You should live here.
Yeah, it's annoying. Especially when you're trying to watch a movie and they only move around at like 7:30 till 8:30.
Yeah, the rest of the time they're sleeping all day.
Yeah, but during the time that you want to watch a movie, they are
running around
fighting
each other
and going. Oh.
It's bad. It's really, really, really bad.
Yeah. Anywho, tonight we watched 2017's Better Watch Out.
Better Watch Out. It says 2016 there.
Yeah, but it actually was 2017. If you look at like Rotten Tomatoes or Shudder or anything like that. I think it was probably filmed in 16, but came out in 17.
Okay.
Anywho, so let's read the synopsis first. This holiday season, you may be home, but you're not alone, right?
That's right.
Not home alone. Right?
I know. I just got that.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that it was... Anyway, go ahead.
In this fresh and gleefully twisted spin on home invasion horror, babysitter Ashley must defend her young charges when intruders break into the house on one snowy night, or so she thinks. Okay. Without spoilers, what did you think?
I loved this movie.
You loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Why did you love it?
I loved it from the very start. The very start, it seemed a little bit, like, almost childish, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? But it got more R-rated, like, further into... Although, no, I don't know.
The very first words...
You're right. I know, you're right.
In the movie...
I know, you're right. Right, but I don't mean it like that. I mean it...
butt fucker.
Right.
That was the first words, and I even commented on that, too.
You're right. And I don't mean, like, the R-rated and stuff. I mean, like, the way the acting was, it just seemed childish. You know what I mean? Not that butt fucker should be said in a child's movie, okay? But anyway, I loved the movie. I really did. I loved every second. So
childish in what way? Like childish in like childish innocence?
Yeah, because like the boy was like so flirty and stuff with his babysitter. It was like, oh my god, get over it, But then it came to make sense after a few minutes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had seen this before.
Yes, you had.
But I was okay with watching this again because...
Yeah, we were scrolling through and Andrew's like, oh, that was such a good movie or something. And I was like, I've never seen that. So
it's a holiday movie.
Himself, yeah.
It's the holiday season.
Right.
It's the holiday season. Anyway.
We can't dance.
Or sing, apparently. So this movie starred a kid that you like, who is, I don't even know.
What was he in? Like, I always know these people, but I never know where they come from.
I think his name is Levi Miller.
Luke. Yeah.
Let's see. What's he in? He is.
See, he's cute there with long hair. I've never seen him there.
No.
He's probably like 14.
He's in Pan. Like
that's
Peter
what
Pan
it was.
movie.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was remembering him.
Was he Peter?
He was Peter Pan, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, he was.
Okay.
That's exactly where I'm remembering him from. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he was probably in some other stuff that we might have seen. But
Super
definitely
little.
Pan.
I think that was it. I think like that was
That's probably where we know
his
him
one
from,
big
yeah.
movie, yeah. And we definitely saw that.
We didn't see A Wrinkle in Time, so we didn't see him from there.
Oh yeah, Annabelle really wants to see that. I think she might have already watched it on Netflix.
I don't think it's on Netflix.
It is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think.
I don't think so.
I'm 90% sure.
Yeah. 10% sure you're not correct.
We'll check it. You want me to check it right now?
No.
Okay. I can check it from here.
Anywho, so the girl's super cute. What the heck is her name?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen her before.
Olivia DeJonge.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her before.
Is she in anything special other than this movie?
Nothing that...
The Visit, I saw that. That was pretty good. It's where it was like a Hansel and Gretel story, kind of made modern. They went to their grandparents' house.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that, but I never got to see that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Let's see. Anything else?
Yeah, it looks like nothing that I would have
Not
seen.
really anything else other than The Visit and this that are worth talking about. What are you doing? Are you trying to look it up? It's not nice.
We can still talk.
Anyway, so yeah, it basically had those two as the main characters, and they had Ed Oxenbound as like his best friend. Okay, spoiler territory.
Okay.
What's your favorite part about the movie? What did you like the best about it?
Oh, we're spoiling it now?
Sure. Why not?
Okay,
I mean,
so
all
this-
of our videos are just spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna spoil it. I loved that the kid was psycho. I love that he was psycho through the whole movie, and we didn't know it. In the beginning, he seemed so innocent and perfect, and that he was just so, like, young and stuff, and he just wanted to make out with his babysitter, who would never do it, obviously. But then the whole thing was just him being totally fucking psycho. And I
So
loved that.
I think that I like this a lot because it harkened me back to movies that I watched as a kid.
Right.
So it was very much a Macaulay Culkin movie.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense that it was Home Alone meets The Good Son.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
And that's
Macaulay Culkin could play that funny character, but also that sociopath serial killer character. And this was 100% like a hat tip to Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
I mean, they had several scenes that were very much Home Alone
Oh, yeah.
scenes.
Yeah.
There was one that was
The paint can?
100% obvious Home Alone scene.
Yeah, the paint can, for sure.
Yeah. So, as
And
far
he even referred to the movie.
yeah, his friend was like, "You're gonna Home Alone him?"
Right.
And of course he did.
Right.
He referenced he's like, "Yeah, I want to see if Mythbusters is correct,"
Right.
because Mythbusters did like an episode on whether or
Right.
not these things would kill people or it would be comical.
If any of you have not seen it yet, you need to go look on YouTube or Facebook and find the video of Macaulay Culkin walking through the Home Alone house. Like,
As an adult,
as an adult. Yes, it was amazing.
it's like some sort of commercial though. It's like a Comcast
I don't care.
commercial. I don't know. It's something stupid.
I don't think it was a commercial.
It was. It was definitely
it?
a commercial for
Mhm.
something.
I don't know. I don't care. I thought it was awesome.
But it was fun to see. But I would like to see Macaulay Culkin reenacting The Good Son as an adult as well. Just him he's already a creepy dude.
I know.
Just to see him just be a creepy dude as a serial killer, I think that would work a lot. I think he needs to play into that, just lean into it, because people already think that he's just out there.
Yeah, but for a while he was, I think he was doing drugs and stuff, right? Because he was so.
He's still doing drugs.
Well, maybe, but he was so skinny and so scary looking, and now he's not. I mean, he's not.
He is.
He's not gorgeous or
He's
anything.
he's
but-
doing backyard professional wrestling at universities and weird little events. Like he's wrestling midgets and stuff like that. He's doing some weird shit that defies explanation, other than the fact that he's just doing crack or something and hanging out with people who also do crack.
He was dating Mila Kunis for a long time. Now she's divorced and married to Ashton Kutcher, but
That's unexplainable.
I know.
Because
she was with Ashton Kutcher.
She's like an 11 and
I know.
he's like a 4. Yeah.
Yeah, she was with him for like 5 or 6 years, like a long time. I'll have to look it up and talk about that later, but yeah. Sorry.
He's not in this movie. So
no, but there's a lot about him, so we're totally on topic.
Yeah. Not anything to do with him at all, other than there was references to Home Alone. Yeah. What was your favorite kill?
Not the hanging. The paint can.
You like the paint can,
For sure.
although you were just like,
I know.
the
Well,
whole time.
the hanging was so much worse though.
Yeah.
For me. But the paint can was like ketchup and mustard, like you said.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So they did a Home Alone paint can thing where he was on the second floor. He throws paint can off, except there wasn't like a guy just walking by and he happens to hit him. He tries a couple times to hit this guy, and the way he hits him is because the guy is tied to a chair, unable to get away. So he kind of zeroes in.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, she's looking up something.
You can keep talking.
But that wasn't my favorite.
Which was your favorite?
I think my favorite was when he shot his best friend.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Because it comes out
I
of such...
totally forgot about that.
It literally comes out of left field.
Literally.
Because
literally.
he tells his friend earlier on, he's
Can
going
I
to...
just point over there and show you the wrinkle in time right there?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I'm done.
So
Sorry.
the whole plan was his babysitter is moving out of town.
Yep.
And
She's
basically...
apparently babysat him since he was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And he's what, like 14 now or something?
He's 12.
12. Yeah,
So
12.
he is in love with his babysitter, and him and his buddy were talking about how he wants to like make a move on his babysitter before she leaves town, that kind of thing. The babysitter is babysitting him for the last time tonight.
Yeah, because she's going to move in like 3 days or something, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like their last hurrah, and he decides to make a plan with his friend to kind of scare her, and so that he'll look like a hero, and then she'll want to kiss him or whatever. I don't even know. But basically, the friend kind of pretends to break into the house with a shotgun and stuff, and they go through this whole Home Alone experience there, and then she realizes it's the friend, and things go downhill. And they basically duct tape her to a chair and try to drug her, and then
Her
her
boyfriend
boyfriend comes over. They
Which-
have to knock him out with a baseball bat.
But her boyfriend comes over because the kid texted him
Yeah.
and said, come over. And then he texted the other ex-boyfriend too and said, come over. So he wanted all these people over there so he could kill them.
He only wanted the first one over to pin everything on him.
No, he pinned it all on the second one.
But he originally only wanted the first one over. He wasn't planning on the second one originally.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the problem was, things go awry when you're dealing in sociopathic murder rape plans.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Nothing ever goes as planned,
Nope.
unfortunately. Especially when you're 12
Right?
and you don't have a lot of life experience in doing this kind of stuff. But
Although he was pretty freaking good at that.
yeah, he referenced himself as the Houdini of getting out of shit,
Yeah.
and he was pretty good at it.
I mean, his house was covered in blood, covered in dead people, everywhere. I mean, blood everywhere, pee everywhere. I mean, just everything all over the house. And he just went through and just blamed it all on one guy who was dead hanging from a tree.
Yeah.
And he was like putting like stuff. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. So his best friend comes along, and he's involved in this plot.
But
Just
the best friend though was not psycho.
No. He was just a best friend who's like trying to get his friend laid.
Right, but then afterwards he kept trying to like he was kind of in the middle the whole time. Like, okay, just be quiet. Just before he started killing people. Once he started killing people, he was getting really nervous.
Yeah, he got kind of trapped in the middle of a bad situation because he thought he was just going to have fun and hook his friend up, but then at the point where things went wrong, he's like, well, I'm already in too deep. Let's keep going. And his friend is persuasive, that sort of thing. So the main boy, Luke, he tells his friend, you know, you're not part of this. You don't get to touch her or that kind of thing. They discuss that during a round of truth or dare kind of thing. Later in the movie, his friend goes to untie the girl, the babysitter, and he gives her like a kiss on the cheek or something to say he was sorry. And it was innocent enough. He wasn't trying to make a move or anything.
No.
As soon as he gave her a kiss on the cheek, he leans in, he does this, and he goes flying across the room, completely out of the blue, and you hear a shotgun blast, and Luke is just screaming in a screechy, like, crackly puberty voice.
Because the kid was still alive. He got hit, but he was still alive.
Yeah, and he's like, I told you you're not allowed to touch her. And it was such a good moment because it was kind of a very quiet thing, and it wasn't a moment like in a typical horror movie where the soundtrack really lets you know there's a jump scare happening in a couple seconds or something like that.
You did not expect that at all.
And it wasn't like telegraphed either because of a very long pause in action. Like, sometimes it's been quiet for too long. It's time for something to happen.
Yeah.
But this was just kind of like just a quick little break, and you're like, oh shit, that just happened. And I've seen this before, and I still busted out laughing because I forgot how impactful that scene was. So I like that scene the best.
I had totally forgotten about that, and I for sure changed my mind to that because that was just I didn't like his death. I thought his death sucked. I knew he was gonna kill everybody.
It wasn't an invented death at all, but it was just a good moment.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he should have killed him, which I knew he was going to. Like early on, I'm like, oh, he's so dead. But
so, at the end of the movie,
yeah,
everyone's pretty much dead, and he does kind of a genius thing where he pins everything on her ex-boyfriend.
The second one, or the first one, the one that she was ex before.
Yeah, the guy who came to the house the second.
Yeah.
Basically, he was hung in the backyard, and...
But first he went out there with a notepad and he said, write her an apology. She wants an apology. Yeah. And all he wrote on paper was, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, write some more. And he wrote this letter that was basically like, I'm sorry for everything I've done. Please forgive me. I love you. Whatever his name was. Yeah, so it was kind of incriminating. Oh, yeah.
If you look at it from that point of view.
And then he was hung.
Yeah, then he got hung. Funny. And the kid comes out, and he takes all the murder weapons, and he just puts the guy's fingerprints all over them,
and then
puts them back in their places where they were murdered and stuff.
Right. Put some paint on him because of the paint can. There was yellow paint everywhere, so he put some yellow paint on him and stuff.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
So it was set up really well.
And then he had to, because one of the things his mom said was that he sleepwalks.
Yeah.
So she puts a pencil on his door. So he was trying to do it and close his door, but it would not stay on. So he had to put it on there, go to the room next door, climb out the window, go around, and climb into the window while his parents were pulling into the driveway. It was so funny.
Yeah, so, he's a sleepwalker, and they wanted to see if he was sleepwalking or not. So they balance something on his doorknob, so that if he opens the door, it falls off, and they know. But he knows that, even though they were trying to keep it a secret from him. So yeah, basically, like she said, he put it on himself. He went around, he takes a sleeping pill, he goes to sleep, and his parents pull up, and they start screaming.
They're freaking out because they don't know what happened to their son.
They bust into his room, and they wake him up, and he's like, oh, so what's going on?
He's all in his pajamas and all normal.
He's just calm as can be.
Oh yeah.
And they're toting everyone off and stretchers and stuff, and the paramedics yell, "Oh, we got a live one! You know, one's still alive," and it's his.
It's the girl.
It's his babysitter, and as they're wheeling her out, she sees him up in the second-story window, looking at her, and she just flicks him off. And that was a good ending.
It was very good. If it
But
didn't
then-
end again.
But the credits roll, and then there's a stinger after that.
Yeah.
And the stinger is he tells his mom, "I'm really worried about Ashley. Can we go to
Can
the
we go to the
hospital
hospital and see her?
to see her?" And like he's got that look in his eye, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill her." And then they just cut again.
Right.
So it kind of leaves you to believe that he's still gonna get away with it, even though she was.
Yeah, but it's still up in the air because maybe she's already told somebody. I mean, you don't know.
She got stabbed on the neck. I don't think she's telling anybody anything.
Did she put duct tape on her neck?
She put duct tape on her neck just to stop the bleeding, and
But how did he not? Oh, was that when he went upstairs?
It's after he went upstairs because she kind of like pretended she was dead, but she put duct tape on her neck, and the paramedics were like, "Oh, that's smart." She put duct tape on her neck. I still think that he might have like severed her vocal cords or something. Who knows?
I'm telling you,
We
there's
don't
still
know.
other ways to tell people things.
I don't know.
Text them.
Maybe if you had your phone, but he had her phone.
Yeah.
I don't know that kind of stuff. It was a good movie.
It was very good.
As far as holiday movies go, what do you give this a rating as?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8. What was the reason for 2 lacking?
Well, I'm not drunk tonight.
You're not correct.
No. It's my first time not doing it drunk.
Correct.
So I think that's just why. I think that if I was drunk, I'd probably definitely give it like a 12. But what do you think? What did you give it?
I gave this movie maybe a 9.
That's cool.
I feel like most Christmas holiday movies are rated higher. Like Christmas horror movies are rated higher because they've got an air to them that like it's supposed to be cheery and like Christmassy, but then horror comes in and just
Right.
puts it to it, right? I don't want to be graphic, so it does a number on Christmas, and that always makes me happy because I don't care about Christmas. I like Halloween, but like a Halloween movie, you expect horror to happen,
Right.
but you don't necessarily expect it to happen at Christmas, so it makes it more impactful.
Right, and that's what I like about Christmas horror
Um,
movies.
So I think that Christmas horror movies kind of get like a handicap, like maybe a 2-point handicap, where they wouldn't normally get it.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if we review all the other movies that I think that we're going to review for Christmas, they're all going to be pretty much high because
Yeah.
of that reason.
The only thing is, when you think about other movies that you rate a 10, like your favorite movies, like Harry Potter is obviously like a 10. Then how can I rate this a 10 or a 9? Harry Potter is like whoosh, way up here.
We're on a horror movie scale though.
All right, so it's a different scale.
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as horror movies go.
Okay.
That's why we only review horror movies.
Okay. I'll go to 9 then.
A 9.
Yeah, Harry Potter's a 10, but
But Santa's Sleigh is also a 10.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's not quite Harry Potter, but that's a funny.
Well, this was pretty funny.
You know what else was a 10? Was that movie Cabin Fever we saw years ago. We never watched again.
We'll watch it again.
That's what I'm saying. Like we need to. They just redid it, and you said
It was bad.
you watched
it. Was freaking bad.
The first one was it was the worst movie we've ever seen, Cabin Fever, but we loved it so much. It was such a good cult classic. Like it was just awesome.
Eli Roth is amazing.
Yeah.
I love Eli Roth. But anywho, that's a review for a different day.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
So, you recommend this?
Absolutely.
We watched this on Shudder. It's available to stream on Shudder. It's probably available to rent, maybe even to stream on some other services, but we didn't even look.
No, it wasn't on Shudder. It was on Netflix.
No, it wasn't.
You sure?
It was on Shudder. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was wrapping presents.
Yep.
Sorry.
So yeah, give it a watch. I think it's definitely It's a good movie. I don't know if it's one that I will add to my rotation for yearly watches. Like Santa's Sleigh is going in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gremlins goes in there. Like Die Hard goes in there. I don't know if this goes in there.
This might go in there like every few years or something.
Maybe.
Watch it.
Yeah, but this isn't like a yearly. Like you've got to watch this.
Right.
It's still alright.
What was the movie you asked me the other day? We were talking and said, would you watch this again? Like this movie, I definitely feel like I would watch it again. I don't remember what the other one you were asking me was, but anyway. And I like the other one, I'm like, no, I wouldn't. But this one I would. Not this year, but next year I would. Or the year after.
Maybe. Anywho, give it a watch.
It's awesome.
If you've already seen it, let us know in the comments below what you thought.
Yep.
Did you like it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite scene? And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, screw off.
But also like and subscribe.
Yeah, still go ahead and like it. And also, have a Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, also screw off.
And a Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks a lot.
Bye.